Hey, what's up my friends? Welcome back to today's YouTube tutorial. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be going through how I retouched one of my male friends. I've noticed I've never retouched or made any tutorial about me retouching someone like a male figure. So I decided to take you guys through um, a simple tutorial, and then in this particular tutorial we're going to be using micro dodge and bend. You know, all the time I've been using frequency separation to do my retouching, but in this particular one I'm going to start with micro dodge and bend, and maybe in subsequent videos I'll do a thorough tutorial on how to retouch using micro dodge and bend. So yeah, let's go straight into the PC and have some fun. So this is the image we are going to be working on today. As you can see, I have already changed the background. Let me show you the original image. This was the original image. Then I changed the background to this, and I removed some blemishes and just made the image to look nice before I start retouching. If you want to know how I retouched, if you want to know how I was able to get the background to look like this from this, please check my YouTube channel. I think I have a video that's I demonstrated how I got this background to look exactly like this. So yeah, without talking too much, let's start our micro dodge and bend. Now the thing is, I've already created my actions for micro dodge and bend, so I'll do another video where I'll show you, where I'll do a step-by-step guide on how to do micro dodge and bend. Now this is just a demonstration of me editing a friend's image and putting it out on YouTube, and I hope you will get to learn one or two things. So I'm going to start by playing my actions. I'll open my actions, come to micro dodge and bend, play my micro dodge and bend action. Let me close this. Now this is the invert check layer. Now what this does is that it enables you to know where exactly you are supposed to dodge and where exactly you are supposed to perform your bend. So I'll just open up this levels, and then I would now, because of the way this image is, I'm going to increase my levels from here so that I'll be able to know where the highlights are where the highlights are too much and where the shadows are also too much or too less. Now let me close this and let me zoom in. So yeah, so now as you can see, I have this strange looking this very strange looking image. Don't worry, it's not scary, it's just one of those things. Now I'll close my invert check layer. I'll open my micro dodge and bend that I have grouped. Then I'm going to select my bend. Now I'm selecting bend because what I want to do now is that I want to bend the highlights. Yes, I want to bend the highlights, meaning that I'm going to reduce. Now if you look at this image, you can see that some portions of the image are looking too dark and other portions too are looking too white. Now the parts of the image that look very dark is indicating that those parts of the image have too much highlights on them. So what I have to do is that I have to brush on those parts to reduce the highlights, and then do the same thing for the other parts to reduce the shadows. Now remember, I said that the dark parts indicates highlights and then the white parts indicates shadows. So it's a bit confusing, but with time you'll get used to it, because on a norm the dark parts are supposed to be shadows and then the light parts supposed to be highlights, but in this particular one the dark parts are indicating highlights and then the light parts are indicating shadows. So like I said before, I would select my bend, then I'll come and select my brush tool, make sure that I have my soft round brush selected, then I would change my opacity to 50, then I'll reduce my flow all the way to 3. Let me just bring my invert check layer to the top. I'll just carry it to the top here, select my bend, then I'll come and start brushing on the dark parts. Just do like this. Now what I'm doing is, like I said before, I'm reducing the excess highlights on the skin. So I just do this for all the parts of the image that is looking dark, or that has too much darkness in it. This takes a lot of time, but because I'm just demonstrating and I'm taking you through the basics of it, I'm not taking my time to do it. I just want to show you how it's done and how the end result looks like. If I was doing this for someone, I would take my time. I would take a very long time to do this, but this is for YouTube, and yeah, this is just to show you that it's done this way and it's done that way. Continue to brush, just brush along the dark parts. Let me show you the before and after. So if I turn this invert check layer off, now if you see the before and this is the after, you can see that it's reducing most of the highlights. Like, these are excess highlights that are not really necessary. So if I turn it back on, if I turn it back off, you see the before and this is the after. So let me just I'll just fast forward the video so that I would work on the rest of the image, and we would continue from there. So yeah, I'm done with the burn. Let me zoom it out, turn off this invert check layer. Now let's see the before and the after. You can see that most of the highlights that are in excess have been taken out. If you check especially around his neck, you can see that it has improved on that part of the skin very, very well. If you check over here, let me turn it off and on. So yeah, that's what the burn part of the micro dodge and burn does. It reduces, like, when the highlights is overthrown on almost every part of the skin, it shows you the places of the skin that you are supposed to reduce the highlight from. So yeah, we are done with that part, and then we are going to go over and do the same thing for the parts that has too much shadows. Now I'm going to let me select the dodge layer and then turn my invert check layer on again, zoom in. Now this time around, remember I previously said that in micro dodge and burn, the brighter part shows the shadows, and then the darker part shows the highlights. So this time around, we want to work on the shadows, so we are going to be brushing on the part that is bright. So I select my dodge layer, select my brush again, then come to this. Now I just go through the image and try to reduce the brightness in these parts of the image. Now I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the burn. I'll just paint around these parts of the image that are looking too white, or let me say overexposed. Now let's see the before and after. Let me uncheck this. See the before and see the after. You see that it's making it's even making the skin tone look even. You see the before and after. Let me just zoom out, then let's see the whole thing before and after. This looks good. Let me zoom in again and let's continue from where we stopped. So I'll continue to brush, increase my brush, continue to look out for portions that has too much brightness, and I'll just try to reduce it. This is basically what micro dodge and burn is. Let me paint around here. Now, like I said, if I'm doing this for someone, or maybe I want to post it on social media, Instagram or somewhere, I will take my time to work on it. But because this is just a tutorial, not to take too much time, not to waste your time, I'm just trying to be fast and quick. I used to be a fan of frequency separation, but ever since I got to know about micro dodge and bend, I don't remember the last time I used frequency separation. It's quite very simple, and I enjoy using micro dodge and bend than frequency separation. So let's see. Let me uncheck this. See the before and after. Let me zoom out. Before and after. So you can see the difference that micro dodge and bend has done. So at this point, I can basically say that I am done doing my micro dodge and bend. So what I'm supposed to do next is, now after micro dodge and bend, you are always supposed to perform frequency separation just to even out some one or two things on the skin, so it looks a bit more perfect. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a stamp visible layer. Then I will run my frequency separation action. Frequency separation. Then I'm going to use a radius of my image looks sharp, so let me use a radius of maybe 16. Let me try 16. Yeah, I think 16 is good. Maybe 16. Then with the basics and the normal frequency separation we all do. Now my wedge should be 30, my load is 30, mix is 100, and then flow is 20. Then I'll zoom in. Then just try to brush over the skin, so that to blend in some parts of the skin that micro dodge and bend didn't touch or did not do perfectly. Just continue. Just continue to brush. Please don't forget to take your time to brush on the skin when you are doing it yourself. I'm just rushing because, like I've said a million times, this is a tutorial, so I don't want to waste too much time. Just showing you how it's done. Whilst we're at it, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, and do well to share this video with your friends or anyone you think that might need it or that might find this very helpful. You can just send it to the person or ask the person to watch it. Yeah, so I'm almost done. Almost done. Now let's see the before and after. See the before and after. Now you can see that frequency separation too has added some more fineness to the image. It has blended the skin tones, made it look more nicer. So at this point we are done with retouching. The next thing to do is to do our color grading and then the rest, but the purpose of this video was just to take you through how I do micro dodge and bend. It's very basic, not really in-depth, but in my next video I would take you through the in-depth of micro dodge and bend. I'll show you how to do it, how to go about it, and how to make your image look very beautiful by using micro dodge and bend to retouch your image. Yeah, so at this point we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you for sticking around throughout the entire video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. leave a comment in this video. If you have any suggestions, if you think I should improve in something, or you have some comment to make, just leave it in the comment section. Like this video, and then let's grow together as photographers and retouchers. At this point, I say have a great day and see you in my next tutorial.